want better for y'all.
I don't think enough people are saying this shit.
These are just our ideas.
Maybe we should all be a little bit more self-aware and a little bit less delusional.
What do we know?
What the fuck could we possibly know?
Hey, look, get your shit together.
But let me stay focused.
All right, and welcome to The Reason They Should Have Never Gave You Niggas Microphones. That's Let Me Stay Focused, the podcast. I'm Lilo.
And I'm Bitch Shot Shay.
Woo! I put my hand over the mic and it was just as loud that time. Don't say I never did anything for you. I'm just saying. Listen, Black History Month is over. I have honorable mention.
Yes, you do.
The two things are not related, but it's disappointing. Anyways, I have John Carlos. Do you know who John Carlos is?
No.
U.S. Olympic medalist John Carlos and Tommy Smith made history by raising black gloved fists during the medal ceremony at the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City, becoming one of the most iconic sports moments of the 20th century. The bronze medal winner in Mexico City, John Carlos, and 200-meter winner Tommy Smith stood at attention but raised a black gloved fist in the Black Power salute, hoping to call attention to the plight of the black man in America. After their return to the United States, both men received death threats. However, they had become a significant symbol in the civil rights struggle. I met John Carlos.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I met John Carlos.
Where?
He came to Framingham State. Go Rams. I have a picture.
How was that? What was that like?
It was cool. He knew Malcolm X.
For real?
Yeah.
How old? Like, he's old, right?
Yeah, he was old.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
That's good. I do remember that iconic moment. I just didn't remember. I don't think I remember it being a thing.
Yeah. We weren't in Mexico in 68, but.
Yeah. But, I just didn't remember the name.
He also shared that the white guy, because there's a white guy, that those were his gloves.
Really?
That's why they're raising opposite fists, because it's one set of gloves. And that guy moved back to, I believe, Australia and was very hated and died a gym teacher.
He's probably a good gym teacher, though.
Rest in peace, my guy. But this about John Carlos and Tommy Smith.
Yep.
Anyways, Black History every day.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Why?
I feel like it would be controversial.
Oh, okay.
I be having ideas, but the people don't want to hear them.
I mean, some people might want to hear them.
I feel like we could get something cooler than this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't always feel the coolest doing this.
It does feel kind of awkward.
And I never put it like all the way up. Maybe that's why I don't feel cool.
I don't know. It is kind of.
Is it in frame still? Probably not. Black power! Yeah, I still don't feel cooler.
Yeah. So what would be like your suggestion?
Oh, no, something cool.
That's not cool. That wasn't cool.
You're putting me on the spot. This is why I didn't want to bring up the problem. I don't have the solution.
Yeah. I agree with you, though.
But I think it's iconic at this point, so we'll keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that means I have Hotep of the Week.
Woo!
And I hate to have to give this person Hotep of the Week.
I'm scared.
I honestly, really don't mean any disrespect at all. But it's just the irony and technicality
Huh?
of a situation.
The what in technicality?
Just, I said the irony and...
the irony and technicality.
Yeah. So, this week's Hotep is Angela Davis.
Oh, my God. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I can't. When this clip hits the fucking internet, oh my god.
Wait.
No, wait
I don't. I mean, hey, whatever.
Angela Davis.
She just recently found out that one of her ancestors was on the Mayflower.
Okay.
On the they weren't black. You know what I'm saying? She went on one of those that ancestry show on PBS.
Oh, the Know Who You Are one?
Yeah.
Or Who Do You Think You Are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I heard that guy be
the
excited
clip.
to tell people they're European too, or like white.
Yeah. But I'm like, of course. I mean,
Angela Davis is very fair skinned.
right. It was not really a surprise.
Any idea what you're looking at?
That, you know.
That is a list of passengers on the Mayflower.
No, I can't believe this. No. My ancestors did not come here on the Mayflower.
Your ancestors came
No.
on the Mayflower.
No.
You are descended
No.
from one of the 101 people who sailed on the Mayflower.
Oof. That's a little bit too much to deal with right now.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams,
So, yeah. Like, you know, it's not her fault. You know, we can't really choose our people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I have some. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I got to protect myself.
Hey, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so that's the hotel for the week.
What did Angela Davis do?
She didn't necessarily do anything, you know. It didn't upset me or anything, but I just thought it was funny.
She said, no, that is too much.
Hey, yo, it's not our fault.
How do you think these things are like?
Real?
Yeah.
I don't know, cause I'm like, how do you even track your people back that far, especially when you black? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they do be saying slavery was only generations away.
I mean, obviously they have white people's records,
And Angela Davis is old.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure at some point. I don't know. How do they find that type of stuff? I've always been like interested because like I want to know. I would be interested to know, what my background is, or what my ancestry, what my lineage is.
I don't be caring for real, but it'd be cool.
I'd be caring. I'd be like down, like I wonder, like where it all began.
But why do you feel like you feel that way because you're African American? Well, we're both African American, but do you feel like you feel that way? Do you feel like if you were Caribbean or something else, you would still feel that way being black?
Yeah, I think I would. Like,
Do you know
For
your
one-
great grandparent? Like who your great grandparents are?
yeah, I knew my great grandma, but not my great grandma. I didn't know her mom. I don't really know much about her. You know what I'm saying? I just like to know like my family history. I like history in general, so like I'm just a history buff. You know what I'm saying? But I think it would just be cool. Like I just like to look at family pictures and
I feel like that's what would happen to me though.
what.
They'd be like, "You're a direct descendant of Christopher Columbus or some shit." I don't need that in my life. I don't. I don't want it. And I feel
Yeah.
like they were talking about on TikTok today and a couple of days ago, basically like this whole like people from other spaces being like, oh, you know, African Americans don't get to know where they came from. And it's like the transatlantic slave trade did not happen in a vacuum. Like my ancestors that are from the States got to the States the same time my ancestors that are in Belize got there. Y'all Belizean, we American.
That's all.
Sadate, my Damie. Like, what the fuck else do you want from people? Anyways,
Yeah,
that's all I was asking.
I feel you.
Lyrics and lessons.
Where did my notes go?
Story of my life.
Okay. Well, what you got for us?
I got. Should I do it in the person's accent?
I mean, why not?
You should go home and they're from California. They're from the valley. You should go home and put on a change of clothes because it would mean the most if you showed up to my show. And sure enough, she did. Her and two friends cut off shorts and bottles of Chris, told her throw that away. And so she did, because if they don't like me, then I don't like them. Any guesses of who that is? It's Kyle.
Kyle.
Yes, the rapper. Anyways, and the line where cut off shorts and bottles of Chris, told her throw that away, and so she did, because if they don't like me, then I don't like them. Kyle is saying that because Cristal is a racist drinking company, right? And so it had me thinking about, like, remember when we had enough solidarity to, like, make things not happen anymore?
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z said, Cristal is clipped, and clipped it was.
Yeah.
What a time. That's the type of shit to make her think that I'm a boss. The ring ain't that expensive. She just think that's what it costs. The point is, there was like a couple articles that were like, this didn't really affect Cristal because it wasn't that popular in the States. Right. So who made it at least marginally popular in the States? Us. And who made it back to not being popular?
Right.
Us.
Exactly.
And Jay-Z with a drink empire of his own. Well, he had one because he just sold the shares in Duce.
Yeah. Yeah, I just seen that for like some millions.
Yeah. They should have listened to him. Also, Duce is now no longer black owned.
So y'all still gonna drink it or
What's going on? I was on a girls' trip this weekend, as you know, and everybody had to make a drink that was the color of their pajamas.
yeah, how was Valentine's?
Galentine's was great. My friend, shout out Yelly,
Hey.
they made Hulks because their pajamas were green. And instead of Hennessy,
And Duce?
yes,
Was it good?
the people were scared.
Were they fucked up?
The people was taking one sip and stepping back.
Whoa. Taking one sip and stepping back. So
Yeah, like, wait a
it was
minute.
too strong?
I was adding Sprite to people's stuff and they were still like, woo.
Mm.
Thank you, Yelly, for that.
Yeah, I was fucked up. Or y'all just couldn't
There was
handle it.
7 of us. And everybody made a drink.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, I did see that. There were some cute drinks.
Thank ya. I had pink. I love pink.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what's your lyric and listen?
I was looking for a different lyric. But I'm gonna just go with what I had.
So feel me, pretty baby. Is it that?
No.
Till my baby's born. Till my baby's born.
Who was that?
Ray J at the verses.
Why would it be?
So feel me, pretty baby. And then remember he brought out the kid and Pleasure P had to run away.
I remember the verses, but
Because I
I
think
don't
Pleasure P
think
on
I
the
watched.
registry.
You said he what on the
I,
registry?
I think Pleasure P is on the registry. And so when Ray J brought out the kid, I swear to God, he said, "Is that a kid?" and ran towards the DJ booth.
Yeah. That was kind of weird.
I'm sorry, Pleasure. I don't know who I'm sorry to. I was just
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's allegedly, right? We don't know if that's true or not, but
allegedly. But what did that one guy say when I was like, "We say we don't know in case you ruin your life"? He's like, "You didn't say that once."
and then another guy was like, "You said," he was like basically agreeing with, "Yeah, y'all are idiots," but it was just like, bro, we already disclaimed that. Like,
We didn't
like what
claim to
you
be smart. We claimed
right?
to have a podcast.
um, but yeah. So my lyric is um Tim's. I know you normally make people guess and wonder. I normally just say what it is, but it's Tim's crazy things. Sorry. Um, and basically the lyric is I'm not gonna try to sing it.
Ooh.
It said you try to make me run insane, but you know I'm not the same. And basically the lesson behind that is like sometimes I feel like people will try to manipulate you, and you just gotta like use your discernment
Yeah.
against like people because they really will, you know what I'm saying, make you feel like you tripping
Yeah.
or you wrong for how you feel
Yeah.
or how you even don't talk to them, you
Yeah.
know, or if you don't want to do something for them or
Yep.
whatever the case may be. But like, it's like you have a right to, um, like feel how you want to feel and be validated in that, and like don't let nobody try to make you feel crazy for that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Just I feel like it's like a reoccurring theme.
The
For the week.
gaslighters are out here, man.
It's like a reoccurring theme.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all.
And now we're on to, let me say focus, which is our topic of the week. I have it, and it's from Kate Lynn. I probably shouldn't have said her name. Sorry, Kate Lindy,
Oh,
better known as Miss Cap. Now, if I remember, and you are lucky enough, if you look on YouTube, there might be a picture here. If there's not a picture here, pretend you see it. The fuck? So the girl puts a picture of two, which I will say, identical, semi-identical sets of nails. And she put, inspo from me on fucking Rico Nasty. My work is literally on Rico Nasty with no creds. I'm annoyed, but okay. I'm going to have my time.
I remember seeing this. Okay.
And so I guess I'm asking, is there a line in which we're like, this is not somebody copying your style? I feel like we talked about this with Keith Lee. We talked about this with a couple of other people. I've seen it recently on TikTok where it's like, you're stealing from me and you need to give credit. And it's kind of like, what? Everybody takes pictures of nails to their nail tech. So what is the line?
Right.
And do you think that Rico Nasty should have said, this is who?
Inspired.
Yeah.
No. Because like you said, everybody does that. Everybody does that with their nails, with their hair, with their, even maybe their toes, depending on, you know, what the style is. But like, no one goes and And even like, because most of the time you might see what they asked for and what they got. Like, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but no one ever tags the person who was the inspiration. I mean, can I understand why a person will want to be tagged? Yeah, I mean, I do, because if somebody inspires you, if my design inspires you, and you try to recreate it, and you know where it came from.
Yeah.
Granted, you know where it came from. If you don't know where it came from, then hey, I mean, but like I don't see nothing wrong with saying, hey, inspired by such and such. You know, tag them if it's somebody that you know.
Do you feel like, well, two things. One, do you think that the artist who did it on Rico Nasty should have tagged this person?
I feel like whoever brought the design, like whoever was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, because it's clear that you know it was a.
Yeah, did I show you the picture?
No, I did see it.
Oh, yeah, you did say so. They're pretty fucking similar, and there's a gem in there that you would have to go out and buy.
Yeah, like it's very. And I'm pretty sure Rico Nasty was probably the one who said, "I want this."
Right.
It's usually the customer or the client,
Right.
but sometimes they do give their nail techs creative control.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think whoever brought it to the table, yeah. Well, how you feel?
I feel like there are so many fucking nail inspo, Pinterest. Like, there is a strong possibility that even fucking Rico Nasty did not know where these nails came from. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I feel like, if it wasn't Rico Nasty, would you give a fuck? Like, do you care because you're an artist and you're sensitive about your shit? Or do you care because another person, who I'm going to presume a fellow black woman, got credit for something?
Did she say?
What?
Like, did you read the comments?
The comments, she's just not fucking with anybody who's not agreeing with her. Someone put, girl, nail art is nail art. I could talk about your work looking like pinks for hours, but I think you learned from her. Bottom line, be happy. Someone was inspired, and she's like, girl, you the only one in my comments being bitter. You don't even know what the fuck going on. Fuck out of here. So I don't know who Pinks is. And someone was like, maybe you should watermark your stuff.
Yeah. But well, yeah.
And someone put, she's not obligated to tag you. She didn't claim she came up with the idea. She probably just was shown a picture and recreated. That's basically what most people in the beauty industry do. And I think the person who posted it because they did Rico Nasty's nails. Whether it was your design or the next biggest design.
Right.
Like.
And my thing is, if it wasn't Rico Nasty, she probably would have never even known that somebody did, you know what I'm saying, did do that.
Right, because here's someone under the tweet and they put, oh my God, I literally got my own nails done with this design but couldn't find the artist who did it. Your stuff is going around on Pinterest with no tag. And someone responded, this doesn't fit the narrative of stealing art, so it won't get acknowledged. But once you post your art on the internet, people are going to share it in places you'll never see it if they like it. Tags are tag or use random names. Not everybody cares about that shit. I think he meant tag random usernames. And someone put, why are y'all going so hard on Rico when it's not even her post? She found a design, she liked it, she got her nails done. It's on the nail tech to tag you, but even then, who does that for nails?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's something you can control. Really. I mean, especially like if you don't use a watermark, then.
And someone else put, I was about to drag her, but she turned off her comments and mentioned you. Well done for standing against weirdos in the comments who don't get it. So you had another woman attacked for getting a picture from Rico Nasty and recreating that? Because have you heard the like Chelsea, come on now sound on TikTok?
I don't think so.
This is what it sounds like. Hold on.
20 before we in your camera roll in 2020, and you've done it in 2022 after I've done it.
Like,
Chelsea, come on now.
you bought the same jacket as the girl.
Chelsea, come on now.
You bought the same outfit as the girl.
Chelsea, come on now.
On a holiday, you're talking about, oh, you had a...
In your camera roll in 2020,
Like,
and you've done it in 2022 after I've done it.
she's talking about a hairstyle, this girl. Like, at what point do we, or the person who, because what did they get on Keith Lee about? Oh, I sent you an idea and you did it and you didn't say excuse me?
Right, like you're not the only one with the idea.
So how do we, as regular people, how do we protect ourselves from becoming victims of the next they're stealing from me?
How do we protect ourselves? I mean, I think there's levels to it. Like you said, on internet is you can't really steal someone's stuff on the internet. It's just posting. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, if you're trying to make profits as far as selling the actual picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's, I think that's called like intellectual property.
Yeah.
It's like laws, but I don't think it has really reached like the internet. You know, whatever you post online, I think it's kind of like levels to it. So I think as far as like somebody trying to recreate your nails, like that's just like somebody looking at a photo and doing a painting or doing the cover to a song. Like,
That's fair.
I mean, obviously if someone's doing the cover, then they have like the song title or whatever, but the actual artist isn't really, getting anything from it.
So I have another person fighting for their right to credit. This is Makeup and, Meg.
Sorry, Meg, but this was a missed opportunity. This was your opportunity to speak out for a person of color. You said happy to be in good company, respectfully. We shouldn't be, because I created this trend. If it's your first time seeing me, my name is Ivana Sunshine. I'm a professional makeup artist and trendsetter. There's so many trends that have been stolen from me, and other creators and companies are benefiting from it. My passion is teaching. I like to make beauty make sense for the everyday person. I enjoy teaching beginners how to be their face. Some of the trends that I've created on this app is one being the blush hack, where you swirl blush all over the eye and cheek. I teach this to beginners so that they know how to incorporate color into their makeup if they're not good with eyeshadow.
So this girl, Ivana Sunshine, is upset because there is a Refinery 29 basically article about another makeup creator who did the same thing as her. Right? So she's saying, I started this trend, swirling blush, I guess, over your eye. I don't fucking know. She's black. And she's like, credit creators of color, right? Because the girl is white in the article. This is what the white girl had to say.
So I just want to defend myself and back myself. On December 29th, I posted the following video. On December 29th, I posted this. I can't figure out how to upload the video because I'm an idiot. But I started out the video by saying, whenever I'm in a rush, this is what I do. And I just swirl blush all over my eyes and cheeks. And just like this, because that's like mom makeup running out the door. We were going to a museum. So I posted that video. On January 1st, so after my video went live, Ivana posted this video with the same opening line saying, Whenever I'm in a rush, this is what I do. I want to make it clear, I am not saying she stole this from me. Whenever anyone's in a rush, this is a great technique to use. It gets your makeup on quickly. Long story short, because of that, eventually people started going to her comments saying, like, this is really familiar. Are you copying this from someone? So she started to defend herself saying, like, no, I didn't copy this from anyone. I've been doing this for a long time. Now, we're both makeup artists, working makeup artists. So we know all the different makeup techniques, tips, tricks, all that. We're both makeup artists, so it makes sense that we both know the same techniques. I had never seen her talk about this before, just because, like, it's TikTok and there's a million trends and a million things going on. As soon as I realized that she said she had, though, I put up an apology video because I didn't want people, first of all, I didn't realize that I had posted my video first, so I thought that it really looked like I copied her. But I put up an apology video anyways, and I just said, I'm sorry, like, I didn't realize that you had put it up first or I would have credited you.
Okay, there's a lot.
So this girl, mind you, in the first video where she's like, credit black creators, blah, 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 she got the blazer on, honey. The tweed fineries. Did all of that only for someone to do their research and say, not only was she copying you, but they went and read the article and she's mentioned in the article for Refinery 29. Her video, her mention, she was never uncredited.
Right. Because that's Refinery 29. I guess it's like at least some way, semi-credible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
it actually mentions her
right,
in the article.
Girl.
So her video is first, but then they go in and they find.
But the other girl did a lot of too much explaining because, like, it's like, girl, like.
I think she felt the need to explain because she was white.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was stealing. But once I go up and see that my video was posted first, it's fuck you.
Yeah.
It's fuck
People
you.
do be doing that on TikTok. Like, they'll pull up a white person and be like, see how they copy.
Mm-hmm.
And they do be copying.
They do be fucking copying.
So.
But then somebody went into the article and it was like, this is not a new technique. This has been done for a while.
Right. She had to learn it from somewhere.
So then they found a video 6 years ago on YouTube teaching the technique. And that technique was like, this is not a new technique. We stole this from David Bowie.
Right. Like, it's nothing new, really, that y'all be doing. It's everything under, like, everything recycled. So pretty much just like whatever the style is, like that technique probably been around a long time ago.
So then after people are like, you rounded up the Black Girl Crusaders for nothing, man.
Yeah.
This is existed. This
Did
is
she,
what she, huh?
Did she like apologize?
Oh, this is what she posted and then deleted.
I think it's so crazy how people aren't listening. Like, people are listening to respond, but they're not listening to understand. First thing I'm going to say is know the difference between a trend and a technique. Know the difference between a trend and a technique. The reason that I made that video last night is because I get so tired, both physically and mentally and emotionally, of being stepped on. I get tired of the narrative that Black women are, or Black people of color, are expected to be doormats. We're expected to be quiet. We're expected to not voice an opinion. It's like, I remember being told as a child.
I'm going to stop you right there because I don't care what you were told as a child. So when you're asking, did she apologize? No.
She stood down to her shit. Like, she stood 10 toes down.
And what sticks out to me is that know the difference between a trend and a technique. Instead of saying, I never said I created it, you can't. Because you really did try to come up here and say you started this shit.
Right.
Are you David Bowie, bitch? And David Bowie won't black.
And he not even tripping.
David Bowie don't give a damn.
So, yeah, girl. She needs to have a seat.
But
Getting people riled up for nothing.
that's what I'm saying. We got the pitchforks, and we got to go back in the house. And I guess it just speaks to how quick, like this. Next thing you know, you're a thief. You copied somebody. You stole something from somebody. Like, where do we draw the line? Where do we get?
I think the only time it should really be considered stealing is if that person has that stuff like copyrighted, like you said, or trademark, whatever the terminology is, and then at that point, then it's like, okay, well now we can send cease and desist letters and stuff. But like until that point, you can't do anything about it. Like, so what? You started. So many people start stuff that don't get the credit. Like, we don't know who starts a lot of like slang and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
There at least one person starts it and it spreads. We don't know who started saying the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I like want to always be like, yeah, black creators are constantly stolen from, and well, I am like black creators are constantly stolen from and should get credit for their work. And I do understand that a lot of them can't get copyrights or trademarks immediately. And it's in that brief period of time where people are trying to see, like, do you fuck with this? Should I take this serious that it gets stolen? But like, where do we put the responsibility sometimes on these people? Like, if you know you didn't create this shit, what was the point of the call out post?
she just wanted somebody to know that she felt like she started it. And it's like, girl.
But when you say know the difference between a trend and a technique, you're saying.
But either way, if a trend is a trend, it still starts from a technique. It's a technique. So you have to know the technique in order to do the trend. Like, regardless, you didn't create the technique. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she started the trend, but who really cares? Because you didn't create the technique. So it was already around.
But you couldn't have started it if the other girl's video was first.
Right, exactly. So,
and then let's not get on the fact that the girl was like, you started your video the same way I started my video. And they was attacking you, asking you, don't this look familiar? So was she the biter? Whole time?
Whole time. That's the thing. Like, some people, it's so many people in the world. Like, you're not gonna be the only one with the same idea.
Right.
Great minds think alike, and sometimes people have the same ideas.
My thing is, did you not even read the Refinery 29 article?
Obviously, she didn't.
Which means, what were you doing? Googling that girl to hate on her? Like, it's just, there's so many layers to that
It's
shit.
like, if you are going to do your research, do it well. And be thorough. Like, you know?
Yeah, like, get to the bottom of this.
Like, if you're calling people out.
You better know exactly what you're talking about if you're calling someone out.
Yeah.
And getting other black women involved.
And looking crazy at the end of the day, and then standing down in that instead of saying, you know what, y'all, my bad. I didn't even read it, y'all. Hey, you know what? Y'all go back. Y'all can go back doing what y'all was doing. Like,
yeah, false alarm, everybody.
yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes, you know.
I mean, or I would have just deleted the video.
Yeah, or you can do that.
Because if I was
like it never happened.
Right. Start responding to people with, huh?
But people don't be forgetting. That's the thing. They can be like, oh, this the girl who
attacked the little white girl over the blush.
Mm-hmm. And they gonna remember that you didn't have nothing to say after that. You just have like nothing happened. So.
And they gonna remember the fact that they was ready to get the pitchforks out, and you left them out to dry.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
But we also know people. Like, I feel like everybody knows a person who swears everyone's copying them, and it's like, what? That's serious main character syndrome.
Yeah, like even if you do. I mean, everybody should feel like the main character in their life,
Yeah.
but you gotta relax. You gotta relax.
I don't think I've seen it as much in makeup as I feel like a lot of the fashion motherfuckers I know always swear nobody was doing this till they was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect, but you trying to tell me you influenced the whole city to start doing something?
Yeah, I don't think individuals like really be influencing stuff like unless it's like something like in the small community, you know, like maybe like in a high school and a kid do something and everybody in that school be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like most of the time people get their style or their ideas from like celebrities or people in music and stuff like that, and then that's pretty much how it spreads.
Because I was gonna say like celebrities, like Cameron in the pink fur definitely was like that changed it for everybody, or Kanye in the pink polo. But you locals. But I don't know. You know what? I could be a hypocrite because I also feel like I don't influence people's style, way of dress, thinking, how they live their lives. But I do feel like I'm a good catchphrase bitch. Like, I feel like if I have a little catchphrase, it catches on. Mm-hmm. Like, but I don't claim that I started it. I just feel like I brought it here. Like, one time I was watching reality TV and someone said, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. And now I say it all the time. And other people have said to me, you got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah.
But that's like, I like that.
Small scale.
Yeah, or like when you're dating someone and they start talking like you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, be yourself. But I'm not going to get on TikTok and be like, yo, this nigga copying me. I've never had to do that. I've actually been on TikTok and been mistaken for another person. Like, as we speak right now, I have a TikTok that's booming. Shout out Machiavelli. Shout out the other girl I was talking about. So what's crazy, this is why you should be a recurring listener. I got a DM. Nigga, like, you live in Houston, right? I'm like, nigga, you serious? Houston, now why? And he's like, you look like someone I know. Oh, so mind you, I have been getting, because TikTok opened up the DMs, like messages like, yo, when you said that shit, it was mad funny. I'm like, that wasn't me, that was Machiavelli. That wasn't me, that was Machiavelli, right? So when the nigga's like, you live in Houston and Machiavelli is in Houston, I'm like, was it Mecca? Nigga blocked me. So I posted a video and I'm like, I didn't know that I had to say this to you all, but I am not Machiavelli. She's light skinned, she wears transparent glasses, but I am not, nor do we look alike. My bitch Mecca is learning Spanish to keep up the lie that she's Dominican that she tells people in random bars. Like, this is what's going on over on Mecca's side. So I tag her in the video and she's like, people think you're me and they think I'm another creator who she tagged, and I'll look up. And you know who that creator was? Oh. The creator who makes bonnets, who outed that girl whose baby father was 18.
Oh.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah. It's a small world.
And I was like, oh my God, girl, like, I was looking for you the other day. And someone responded, what in the fucking multiverse are y'all trying to start here? And Becca was like, it's just the cornbread and glasses combo.
The cornbread and glasses.
Yes. So her name is Kaylin. But she sells bonnets in there. They're very nice. But could you imagine if any one of us was like, these light-skinned bitches wasn't wearing clear glasses till I stepped on the scene?
Yeah, I can't. But people do be doing that. Like, like these bitches ain't started doing it, so I did it.
That's what I'm saying. We all know one of those.
I think it's just like, okay, girl. Like, you just
so we should just let them.
You just don't pay them people no mind.
Like, okay, grandma, let's get you into bed.
Yeah.
And the level of like,
But I've said something like that jokingly, like, I back into my parking spots.
yes,
a
you
lot.
do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Like most of the time I'm gonna back in.
Since I met you, I'm like, here we go. I think one time we took a road trip and you drove into a parking space, and I was like, what's going on at a rest area?
Sometimes, cause like I try to sometimes pull in so I don't lose it, cause I'm so used to backing in. Sometimes it just be foreign to pull in. But I didn't always used to be a person to back in. Like, I actually started doing that from somebody I was dating, and so I started doing it. And then the neighborhood that I used to live in, everybody in my in that parking lot, they never used to back in. But when I was living out there, I lived out there for 3 years. By the time I moved out, most of them was like backing in. And I was like, oh, they wasn't doing that. So I just can't hear. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really care. You know
I think it's the taking to the internet and demanding credit. Like, I feel like I'm someone who, I'm good for a pair of sunglasses in the club. Like, that's my thing. Now, do I feel like I'm the only person to ever wear sunglasses in the club? Of course not. But I felt like in my group, I was. And I was hanging out with a girl. We were thick as thieves at the time, and she had a friend. And so we were starting to go out like as a trio. And then one day she just shows up in a pair of fucking like Jessica Simpson sunglasses. Like, you would think a white mom would have them on at the beach, sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I'm
like,
girl. Am I? And I didn't say, when I promise you, I didn't say a fucking thing. And then she made the other friend, I would like the friend I knew her through, mad. And so she was going off, and then she was like, and then she got the fucking sunglasses on in the club, like she thinks she you or something. I'm like, see?
She thinks she me or something.
Exactly. See? You see how that happens? But I say that to say a couple of things. The first thing is, like, I'm committed to the sunglasses in the club thing. Like, I have prescription sunglasses to wear in the club. Y'all are not doing that. And two, to say, you don't got to say it. You do not have to say it. You do not have to demand credit from people. You do not have to exalt yourself, because I promise you it's not going to go the way that you think. Now, if you've been genuinely robbed, like there was a nigga on TikTok when I was first getting on TikTok, he was stealing everything that wasn't fucking nailed down. His name was like, I want to say Kane or something. He changed it once he got exposed by all these black creators. It was like the guy, I could take you there. I feel like you would know it if I showed it to you, but all of his videos were stolen. Like, people, it ended up being a trend where they would put like behind the real Slim Shady, and it would be him moving the same way, like literally just recreating the video. And his defense was, I'm an actor. That's theft.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, that's.
And then you got management.
If you're doing it over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I can see if it's like you do one thing, because that's how trends become like a thing on TikTok. But if you taking one person or even a handful of people, and you just taking their content and making it over and over again, like, that's obviously stealing. That's obviously copying. You know, that's plagiarism.
I'm trying to think, because I was someone who, like, people would be like, you own this sound on TikTok. And I credited the person in the first video, like, it was the training day audio where he's like, who you fucking witnesses, huh? It's not what you know, it's who you know, or whatever the fuck. And they had did that to, like, they were dressed as Tommy Pickles, and they were responding to Angelica, and I thought it was funny, and I did it one time for Phineas and Ferb. That video laughed. It was gone. The Tommy Pickles video, sorry to my friend, it was not doing hot. So then I was like, this shit is kind of funny. So I did it with like a couple other, like, back in the day cartoons. I did it with like the Fairly Odd Parents, but I'm laughing this poor guy. And they're like, you own this sound, like this is your sound. Now, I gave credit to you the first time, to be fair.
Yeah.
But honestly, you were doing Rugrats and I
took off.
But I didn't even start with Rugrats. I started with Phineas and Ferb. And then I think I hit like Fairly Odd Parents. A couple of the other ones. I didn't really steal your idea. But I felt the need to give credit because I thought, oh, you did that. I thought it would be funny if I do this. I'm not going to tag you every time.
Yeah, no.
I tagged you on the first one.
Yeah, no.
But I also am not doing exactly what you're doing.
Right, exactly. It was just inspired by it, kind of.
But that doesn't change the fact that once I was lapping him, I'm like, damn.
I mean, hey, once you
Here's where I
lap
got it from.
somebody, you don't. I feel like you only gotta pay homage. I mean,
To freedom!
that like I mean, there's no point in unless it's like somebody who you admire.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep saying, "Oh, like thank you." Like,
And he was nice. He was like, do your thing. But I think when you get something from somebody, you don't just never think about them again.
yeah,
Everybody knows where they got something from. And when you become known for that thing,
you just kind of, I guess, just you think about them or whatever. But it's like, well,
yeah.
like I hope they're doing well. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Thank you.
it's hard to be a thief because you can't never think about the person you stole that from. But I wasn't a thief.
It's hard. Right, I was about to say thieves might feel differently. It might be easy for them to, even though they remember, but yeah, it's hard to forget like, who you stole from.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because I was watching the show. I was telling you about Truth Be Told, and in the second season, spoiler alert, y'all should go actually watch it, but just skip past this part if you haven't seen it. In the second season, this white woman ended up stealing the story of a black girl, and she basically took her life stories, the stories that have actually happened to her, the black girl, and made them her own. The white girl did that, and she made a fortune. Benefited.
A fortune.
She, did her white woman thing, benefited, created a company, got rich, all that. So, I mean, was she wrong?
The white girl?
Yeah.
I mean, you are pretending to have lived a life.
Yeah. I feel like she did pretend because she put on the front as if she went through those things. Now, if she would have said, I'm telling this person's story, I feel like, or saying like, oh, this is based on a true story or something, giving some kind of credit to the person she stole from. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, she was wrong because she wouldn't admit that she stole it. She just acted like it was her. Like, she's like, no, I'm not gonna
Tell the truth.
tell
Are
the
you
truth.
dumb?
Yeah, so people are crazy. Like it is a fine line between stealing and being inspired. But you just gotta use your common sense and know like what's the right thing.
Yeah. And the unfortunate part is common sense ain't common.
Yeah.
But that's what you have us for. All right. Well, speaking of which, last episode, I gave myself the advice that I would explain the segments before I say them. And then I did not do that all this episode. So for our last segment of the day, we have advice from Umar, which is where we take a no context Dr. Umar quote and we turn it into valuable life advice if it isn't already. Dr. Umar, if you don't already know, is someone who might be a doctor, but is definitely pro-black and is growing on Big Shot Shay over here.
Yeah, he's scoring on me.
It was like in a matter of 2 episodes too. It was like one episode you're like, that nigga's not coming up here. And then the next episode you're like, he's growing on me.
Yeah, he might not be that bad. All right, so this is kind of out of pocket, but I thought it was funny. Let's see.
Oh gosh. Out of pocket for Dr. Umar.
One of the reasons the black man and black woman are so hated in this world is because we're the only people on earth who can reproduce ourselves within any other people. If I lay with a Latino, an Arab, an East Indian, a Native American, a European Jew, an Anglo-Saxon female. She's producing a black child. No matter what man a black woman lays with, she produces a black baby. No other group can do that. And the European in particular can only reproduce himself and his own woman. If the white man wants a white child, he can only copulate with the white woman because his genetic power is so weak that he has to stay within his community in order to reproduce himself. And that's why the gun, as the late great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, rest in eternal peace, spoke of in her ISIS Papers book that everybody should read. The gun is the white man's equivalent to your penis. The black man's penis can change the color of an entire race in 50 years. White man can't do that. So he uses...
Hey, I know it took a while to get there.
I would like to say that I do feel like Asian people
Have a heavy influence.
Yes.
On their offspring. I agree with that as well. It's not just black men. But yeah, I guess black and Asian.
That's
for
why the
most part.
Blasians.
But also, Hispanic. I don't know if that's the proper term, but I feel like their genes are pretty strong.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that one, but
I guess it depends on what type.
if you black and Puerto Rican, you black. And there's a lot of black Latinos.
But like you said, black is the key word there. But the advice is for y'all niggas to use y'all penises for good.
For good.
And not for bad. Y'all have some power, so use it wisely.
I don't know what the advice in that advice is. What are you trying to tell them to do?
Use their penis for good and not for bad.
What is good and what is bad?
Good is like, yes, you should procreate, bring more black babies into the world, but do it responsibly.
What is responsibly?
Don't be bringing babies that you're not going to take care of into the world.
Oh, we laughed that on another episode.
I know,
I
but
was trying to figure out if you were saying have babies with the white girls or don't.
I mean, do what you want, but if you're gonna have babies with white girls, make sure it's the. I mean, I don't know if there's.
Now y'all listen to me.
Hey, look.
I will regret this.
And
do it. Fuck it. Get them cut off from their families.
I mean, yeah. That's
Less
what
and
I'm
less
saying.
white people.
I feel like I'm not gonna say there's a benefit to like fucking with white people.
Yes. Ruin the gene pool.
But I mean, in some situations, I mean, there is, especially if they have money and yeah. I mean, like you said.
But also if you did, I'd be
infiltrate.
pissed.
You said what?
I said, but also if they like did it, I'd be pissed. But then there's the breed'em white girls. I don't know. It's such a nuanced conversation.
What the fuck is the breed'em?
The breed hashtag breed'em, hashtag breeders, and they be documenting their pregnancy. Like we're making black kids,
making mixed kids.
Yeah, but it's like literally
Yeah, that's for bad.
That's for bad. Okay.
That would be bad. Because if you're gonna procreate with the white woman, just make sure it's someone you love and she's not on that weird shit.
We can't just radicalize them later. Like once they get to school, we're like, "Hello, my brother."
No.
Like that's what happened to Colin Kaepernick.
Because
his parents is crackers.
But I'm sure he didn't have any control for a while. I don't know what kind of parents he had though.
But my point is, them is white people parents.
Yeah, but what kind of white people are they?
I don't know. No disrespect to the white people. What I'm saying is we can get them later.
We can get them later.
They had us in the first half. But don't send your kid to school because they're going to be in the student center and we're going to be like, "Hi, we're the BSU."
Hey, look, that's what I'm saying. And mixed people have their own things, you know. So I don't know anything about what that's like. But I'm assuming you get the best of both worlds. Oh, that's what I'm assuming.
What?
As a mixed person.
They get the best of both worlds?
Or maybe they experience a lot of racism. I mean, I know some of them are clueless. Some of them, it's like they.
You know what? I did get attacked in that feud with the biracial folk. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because they thought you were biracial or something?
Nah, that was a
Or that was
couple
somebody
feuds
else?
ago. No, that was one feud ago. My second to last feud. That was with the black girl follow train.
Yeah.
This feud started over Zoe Kravitz when I called her biracial.
Oh, yeah.
They said she is not, and then I drew a chart to explain why she is biracial, and then they attacked me, and then like the biracial girls was like real mad, and I was like, "You're really mad for someone who looks like we could be cousins." They was not happy. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So to be fair, we can't get them all in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
So,
we're being unclear on our message. You know what? It's your messaging. What do you think?
I just feel like if you are gonna sleep, if you are gonna procreate with the white person, make it the right white person.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was trying for the claps. It's hard to not look at the soundboard and press the buttons.
So you memorized them.
No, because that one I just pressed on accident. I'm just feeling around and kind of trying to. I feel like down here. Oh my God. I didn't even know we had that one.
I like that.
Okay, that's the pink. Anyways, this has been another episode of Let Me Stay Focused podcast. Have I said don't be a hating ass bitch during the break recently?
Not sure.
Damn. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.